Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and I hope this morning finds you all well. And it's time for another news overview. Like I've said before in these, I think some of you do check the websites, but a lot of you don't. So yeah, here we are. So March overview, Tank Madness. I'll try and cut it down and sort of give you the general gist of it as much as I can, but basically there's going to be competitions throughout March. In fact, a series of weekend competitions across all 8 World of Tanks nations, which will pit them against each other. And then the final 4, which is the last weekend, will basically pit the nations left standing against one another. We're also getting a special charity bundle where the net proceeds will go directly to Canine for Warriors. It explains a little bit more about those further down, so we'll have a look at that. And also, Rudy is coming. So for those of you that keep up with the PC side of World of Tanks, you all know that Rudy is a Soviet T-3485 variant, which it says there, and comes with a virtual canine. Yes, you get a dog as a crew member. Now, Rudy was a tank featured in a Polish TV series set in the Second World War following a tank crew, and that tank crew had a dog with them. So yeah, we're getting Rudy. I think it says further down that the program was called 4 Tank Men and a Dog, possibly, or that might just be a joke that Wargaming have put in, and I might be completely wrong on that. But let's get into the details a bit more. So, Tank Madness and Final 4, which is from the 3rd of March to the 2nd of April, but it's over the weekends. So, what we're on, 28th of February today. So, yeah, this weekend it starts. So, 2 different nations each weekend will go against each other in single elimination team-based competition. You choose your nation each weekend, demonstrate your sportsmanship and battle with your selected nation's vehicles, tier 3 and higher, which is normal for these sorts of things and for the ops, etc. And it's to help that nation move up the bracket. So, the first weekend, March the 3rd to the 5th, is the USA versus UK. And then the following weekend, the 10th to the 12th, it's France versus China. Then on the 17th to the 19th, it's Japan versus Czechoslovakia. On the 24th to the 26th, it is Germany versus the Soviet Union. And the 31st to the 2nd of April, it is the Final 4 and the Championship. And basically in the Final 4, it's whoever's left standing out of these ones. So, you know, it could be USA, China, Japan, and the Soviet Union against each other at the final weekend. That's, you know, I'm just giving an example. But what is the prize? Well, as you can see there, yes, it's the dodgy tank. The ultimate prize for winning the nation is a brand new Vanquisher, which is a hero tank version of the Sentinel AC1. Again, those of you that keep up with the PC version will know that this has something that looks like a... Well, I'll leave you to make your own decisions, but it's got 2. One there, and one just the other side of the main gun on the turret. So that is the Vanquisher Sentinel AC1. Can I get the picture up? There we go. That's a better picture. So yes, you can see it there. And there's another one up there. Yes, fantastic. So I get all the little giggles out of the way. It's coming. So hopefully I'll be able to fight against one of these and not just laugh hysterically at it. Anyway, I can only assume that if you don't win it, it will be available to buy, although I could be completely wrong on that. And it is an Australian tank, but it goes into the British tech tree, as you can see there. In fact, let me bring that up again for you. There you go, British flag just down in the bottom there, so it does go into the British tech tree. Close that picture down, right. Now, let's have a look. Missed out on Tank Madness. You can still compete in the final 4 weekends, that's fine. And you'll get to re-choose your nation from among the 4 winners prior to the final 4. So I'm assuming that as soon as the nations come on, you will have to basically pick one. Now, Canine for Warriors and Tanker's Best Friend, March the 14th to the 19th. So this is about the charity bundle. Tanker's Best Friend is a charity bundle. It doesn't say what it is, but the net proceeds are going to Canine for Warriors, a non-profit organisation that trains and pairs rescue dogs. Rescued dogs, or rescued, looks like a spelling error, with veterans who suffer from PTSD. So that is a fantastic charity, and I will definitely be picking up one of those charity bundles, regardless of what it is, just to try and support these charities. Here's Rudy, coming on the 14th to the 26th of March. So it's a T-3485 variant. There are not many other details for it here, but it says there with, and I do apologise if I pronounce this wrong, is it Jankos or Jankos? I would say Jankos, possibly. From the Polish TV series 4 Tank Men and a Dog, as the crew, like the TV show, Rudy comes with, and yeah, have a laugh at this, Zarek the dog. So again, I apologise if I've, yeah, my pronunciation is not great. But there you go, there's Rudy. Not entirely sure what's different about it compared to the normal T-3485. I'm sure we'll find out. I probably should have gone back and had a look, but then again, they do change a lot of these tanks from the original release on the PC and etc. So we are also getting, as well as the Sentinel AC1, which is the prize, and fingers crossed we'll be able to buy it if you don't win it. We're getting the Sentinel AC4 Experimental, March the 17th to the 30th, and again another Australian tank. This one is a Tier 6 flanker, it says. And it's got the same gun as the Sherman Firefly, which is not bad. It's a great gun. So, with them calling it a flanker, again, I'm making assumptions here, and I could be completely wrong. I'm assuming that the hull armour is not going to be brilliant, but that it's hopefully going to be quick and manoeuvrable. There we go. And the Firefly gun is a damn good gun on a medium tank. It really is. And again, this one goes into the British tech tree. So, even though it's an Australian tank and they're not getting their own tech tree, it's nice that the British tech tree is getting a bit of love with regards to premiums, because it is lacking a little bit, and well, just generally lacking in some of the tanks, I think. Although, admittedly, we did get that second TD destroyer line, TD line last year, but I just feel that it needs a bit of care and attention, a bit like the Chinese, the Japanese line. I understand they may not have actually produced many World War II era tanks and after that, but it would be nice for them to show a bit of love to those lines. Here we are, Pain Gods picks, February the 27th. These are actually in the store at the minute. It's the T23E3 and FV201A45. Now, at the minute, they're in there as a bundle. Over the next few weeks, they will be coming separately and in decreasing bundles with decreasing sort of extras with them. Now, I have done a review on the T23E3, and I have also done a review on the FV201, although it was the black version, and I cocked it up massively by thinking it was a Tier 8 tank because it came with a load of other Tier 8 tanks. However, I still do not like that tank, even though I know it's a Tier 7. It's essentially the Carnarvon hull. It's essentially a stock Carnarvon down at Tier 7, and personally, and you know, you may disagree with this, and that's fine, I would rather be in the Black Prince. It's got way more armour, even though it's a lot slower. It's got more armour, and I just prefer it as a Tier 7 heavy to the FV201, but that's my personal opinion. The T233, I may have been slightly down on it in my review. My opinion has changed slightly on it. The gun is not too bad. It's a bit frustrating. It's got a good rate of fire at just over 18 rounds a minute, but it's low damage at 115 damage. It's essentially sort of a slightly upgraded version of the M1A2 gun from the Sherman, from the Easy 8, and it's got higher penetration. I think, is it the Sherman's about 125, something like that. This is about 144 roughly, and this is from memory as well. The power to weight ratio is quite poor, but the ground resistances are fantastic, so it does make up for it. And it can be a bit sluggish getting going, but it does maintain that speed very well. But like I said, I have done a review of that, and it's not a bad tank. If you like your sort of fast flanker tanks and you don't mind the low damage, high rate of fire, then it could possibly be one for you. It's quite a bit of fun. Right, St. Patrick's Day, March the 14th to the 31st. So we're getting 3 St. Patrick's Day emblems there. As you can see, we've been getting a few special emblems recently. And it's coming up to the time when I first started playing World of Tanks last year. So fingers crossed, I might be getting my 1-year badge soon, hopefully. Also coming back to the store this month, we have the BTSV. Fantastically fun little tank. I know a lot of people don't like playing down at Tier 3. If you don't mind it or you quite enjoy it at time to time, the BTSV is a very, very fun tank, and I did review that as well, and I do have a lot of fun in that. We're also getting the Sexton 1 back. I'm assuming, yeah, it's the US Sexton 1. Little Tier 3 artillery. I I think I reviewed that. I can't remember. If you like artillery, it's a fantastic little tier 3 artillery. The rate of fire is ridiculous. The accuracy is ridiculous. And I would have to call OP on the US Sexton one, not on the British one, because that is different. But yeah, the US Sexton one, if you like your arty, I recommend you pick one up. It's fantastically good fun. And the A32, which is unfamiliar to me. I don't know if I've seen this one before, if it's been in the store last year and I missed it before I did my channel. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, the A32 is coming. It looks like it has a short barrel derp gun howitzer. I could be wrong on that one, but it does certainly look like it. And that's it, basically. That's the March overview. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be back later on. Well, fingers crossed, I'm planning on starting the Tier 10 series on Xbox, so I'm going to be getting on there in a few minutes and get cracking. So yeah, hopefully, well, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, and yeah, look forward to these competitions. And fingers crossed, I might actually win this tank last time, because I missed out on the champion. I ended up buying it because I went with USA, and unfortunately we lost. But I ended up buying it. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity just quickly. This is the end of the video, sorry. The Fatherland op. I know there's been a lot of complaints and sort of bad feelings about it, because people have, you know, somebody mentioned in a comment earlier that I think they got a couple hundred drops or something and only got a couple of medals. I might be getting that a bit mixed up, but a lot of people have just not had the medals because it was completely random as to whether you'd get them or not, or that's what it seemed to be. And I'm assuming it is. And it was just a thought. I don't know if Wargaming watch my videos or even know that I exist, but it was just a bit of a thought that with the champion, the team that lost got a 50% discount if you got the MVP medal, and got was it a 25% discount or something if you just participated and got the participation medal. And I think that what Wargaming should have done with this, possibly, I mean, it was a free tank, they were giving it away for free, so why not, the people who didn't manage to get all the medals, why not give them a 20% discount for each medal they did get? You know, because then, say they got, I mean, if you got all 5, it was given away free anyway, so if you got 4 medals and just could not get that 5th one, you'd get an 80% discount on it. And, you know, if you really wanted that tank at an 80% discount, you'd probably put your hand in your pocket and pay it out a little bit. And, you know, Wargaming, they have produced some quite expensive tanks recently. These hero tanks, they are good tanks, but I think for the fact that you seem to be paying a lot of gold for the paint job, and for the fact that it is a hero tank, I'm not saying I completely agree with that, but it's not my pricing policy, so it is what it is. But I do think that they should have given people a 20% discount on the Fatherland for each medal that they did manage to get, because then if you did still want it, like I say, you could at least get it and not have the sting of having to pay that large price tag as well. But like I say, I don't know if Wargaming even know my channel exists, but yeah, I really think they ought to have done that. I don't know what you guys think of that, whether no, just no, or whether you think that would have been a good idea. But anyway, let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's it. So I'll be back later, and until then, take care out there, and I will see you next time. Yeah, see you later. I've just messed it up. Yeah, take care out there. I'll catch you next time. See you later. That's the right one. Right. Yeah, I'm going now.